Spiky is the predictive revenue operating brain for a revenue organization. What that means is we come in, sit on top of your existing sales tech stack, ingest all of the conversational data, and provide you the best practices and gaps that are happening within your sales cycle. Spiky is really changing go-to-market in a couple of ways. I would say the first way really is the real-time aspect. Right now, a lot of revenue teams are basically doing things retroactively. So after the fact, they'll look at a recording and then make a decision on what went wrong, what went right. And really, we want to empower these leaders and even the individual contributors in real time to actually execute on things in the actual call or even after a call right away. This is really an effort to, shorten the deal cycle for them and make winning repeatable and then also faster. That's a good question. Honestly, I love everything that I do. The biggest thing that I do love, though, is really talking to revenue leaders in this space and tapping into their expertise and bringing that back to the product team to really build what's relevant for the market. I love doing that so much. Actually, I started this podcast called the Spiky Signal Show, where I hop on with exceptional revenue leaders in the space, talk about their challenges, what keeps them up at night, and collect all of those insights. I think we're on episode 10 now, so it's been fun. Ginger, which is a fintech company, they've been with us for quite some time now, and one of the biggest challenges they were facing was when they were in the sales process, 40% of their deals were being lost to the competitive nature. A lot of the reps weren't really knowing how to address competitors when they were being brought up in conversations. So we basically analyzed 10,000 conversations from their calls and understood, what the best practices of the top reps, what they were doing when those competitive conversations were being brought up, and then fed that back into the real-time engine for all of the reps to be able to practice that. In a matter of a quarter, they were able to bump up their win rate with those particular deals by 15%, and got back $200K in ARR. Sales Breaks has been instrumental, I would say, in a lot of our deals. One, it's making everything faster for us in terms of as soon as we get a prospect and that's ready to buy, we use Sales Breaks basically to kick that off. And creating an order form is just a matter of seconds, just 2 or 3 clicks, and then we're able to send that out to the customer. And it makes really the buying process very streamlined for the customer. And then especially when it comes up to renewals, everything is taken care of there as well. So it's an end-to-end really platform for us, all the way from quoting to billing to buying. Right now, we've really focused on the sales side of things, optimizing their sales cycles, their customer conversations, but it really falls under the revenue umbrella, right? You have not only sales kind of working by themselves, but they're working with customer success, product, marketing. And so all of those teams work together, but their tools are separated. And so we want to unify those conversations all together to really provide one platform that captures all and can uncover the best practices across all of those conversations to help them really optimize their revenue growth. One thing that I've seen really similar in this space is, and what we want to focus on next, is complex sales cycles. So we've seen this in a lot of different tools, one of which is infrastructure tooling or any really technical tooling that sellers are trying to sell. Those sales cycles are often complex and they need a lot more insight into kind of what's happening, how do I talk about these products and so on. And also their onboarding ramp up time for sellers when they come on board is pretty long, typically 18 to 24 months. And it really depends on the vertical as well. So insurance space, we've seen this a lot. And so they need super detailed insight into kind of like what's the gaps, what's the best practices. And so we're going to really, focus on those industries and those types of sales cycles to help them out there.